He said, I'm seeing 6 bright lights coming towards me. Mystery unresolved.
Except,
Oh?
tail number for that plane was Bonanza 2 Tango Sierra, and I was the pilot. No way.
Epic intro. What's up? Don't leave too quickly. This video, promise you, worth your time. Yeah, it's about UFOs and the possible existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life. And yes, you probably are fully aware of most of the stories and videos I'm going to share with you. However, you've never seen it with a twist like this one.
I saw 6 lights over the airport in absolute uniform in a V shape. And they said, we're not painting anything. We don't show anything. I said, well, okay, I'm going to declare it's unidentified, it's flying, and it's 6 objects. That was the most viewed UFO event. Over 20,000 people saw that. And they said the pilot reported it, a general aviation pilot reported it on landing. I'd never thought of it since then, and I said, that was me. That was me.
Believe it now, Chris?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm convinced.
It's I get it.
Beginning where this all really began, July 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. Reports of a crashed flying saucer being recovered by the United States Air Force sparked a media firestorm. However, that story was quickly recanted by the Air Force and flying saucer was changed to weather balloon, thus beginning the age of the cover-up and, more importantly, the conspiracy theorist. But we'll come back to that. Fast forward 70 years to December 2017, and this is really where everything changed. Because for the first time in history, the United States government publicly admits there are objects flying in the sky with capabilities we cannot explain, and we do not know what they are or where they come from.
Echo 61 Tango Roger, over. Roger, there's troubleshooting as soon as I
Did you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, look at it fly!
Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this story, but for those of you who aren't, let me give you a quick 30-second breakdown. In December 2017, the New York Times released a story highlighting a top-secret government program that was being run by the Department of Defense out of the Pentagon. This program, that was given a budget of $22 million, was called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ATIP for short, and ran from 2007 to 2012. The main focus of this program was to investigate credible reports from military personnel who had witnessed or encountered a UFO. Also released with the story were 3 videos involving military aircraft and UFOs.
It's white, it has no wings, it has no rotors. I go, holy, what is that? And he goes, I don't know. We don't have that. You know, and I'm talking, we're flying one of the premier airplanes on the planet. What was this? There was a capability out there, don't know where it's from, not saying it's from outer space, but not saying it's from here either.
So why do I highlight this story? Well, it's very simple. Ever since the 1947 Roswell UFO incident, the government or some other official organization has found a way, no matter how bizarre or far-fetched, to explain the unexplainable. Now we have that same government publicly stating that what those Navy pilots encountered is not only unknown, but far beyond any technological capabilities we currently have today. And that is why this story and these 3 videos are so critical and historic, because for the first time ever, no one has an explanation.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
My gosh.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not.
That is the LNS, dude.
Well, if there's
Look at that thing.
it's rotating.
Which in turn really only leaves one other possibility. These aircraft come from another world, and the beings of that world are far more advanced than us. And here comes that twist. Let's go back to the more importantly aspect of this video I mentioned at the beginning, the conspiracy theorist. Because that single statement I just made, these aircraft come from another world and the beings from that world are far more advanced than us, automatically makes me a conspiracy theorist, even though you and I both know it is the most logical explanation.
You just saw a light where? Wait, no, slow down. Where?
Right in this position here, straight ahead, in between the tree. There it is again. Watch, straight ahead off my flashlight there, sir. There it is.
Hey, I see it too. What is it?
We don't know, sir.
The light is gone now. It was approximately 120 degrees from the site. Is it back again?
Yes, sir.
It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way. Pieces of it are shooting off. There is no doubt about it. This is weird. Passing across in the next field, now we have multiple sightings of up to 5 lights with a similar shape and all, but here he comes from the south. He's coming toward us now. Now we're observing what appears to be a beam coming down to the ground. This is unreal.
The truth is, we all know exactly what these objects are. The problem is what that implicates, and the dozens of questions it leads to that, let's just be honest, we couldn't possibly answer, which highlights the true nature of what a conspiracy theory really is. It's ignorance, because ignorance is bliss. And if you don't believe me, just look at the so-called magic bullet explanation, which was the actual official explanation a government panel gave for the inconsistencies regarding the unusual, almost magical path a bullet traveled after striking the president. And if you are unfamiliar with the magic bullet that I am speaking of, let me give you a quick 30-second breakdown. The single bullet theory, or magic bullet theory, details a single bullet fired from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, striking President Kennedy in the back of the neck, exiting through the front, then hitting Governor Conley, entering behind the chest and exiting through the ribs. The bullet then hits the governor in the top of the wrist, at which point it exits through the bottom of the wrist, finally coming to rest on the governor's thigh. And what was the condition of this bullet after this magical journey? You, me, and more than 70% of Americans do not believe the official reports submitted by the Warren Commission. However, that's where it ends, because even though the most logical explanation is a second shooter, it's what that logical explanation implicates that forces many to swallow the magic bullet explanation. Which brings me back to my overall point. You and I both know what we see in this video, and you and I both know there are dozens of other compelling, credible, and unexplainable accounts of UFOs and alien beings, but that's why we have conspiracy theories, because sometimes the most rational explanation has implications we just don't want to deal with. So we'd rather be ignorant, because
ignorance is bliss.
But hey, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. What do you think?
Carl Sagan once famously said about UFOs, "Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof." He was absolutely right. But now we have the proof. The question now is, will people look at the evidence and are they able to process it?
How's it going, everybody? Corey James here. Just wanted to say thank you for checking out the video. I very much hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, do the little guy a favor. Hit the buttons, the like, the subscribe. If you're feeling a little frisky, hit that notification bell. Leave me some comments, suggestions on future videos. Do it all. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.